Thanks for joining me, George. Congratulations on your new 3-year extension, keeping you at Hull College Craven Park until 2025. Firstly, how do you feel?
Yeah, no, honestly, it's really good, obviously, to get it over the line. And the club came and approached me halfway through the year, but I really wanted to put it on the back burner till the end of the year, really, where I could sit down and really discuss it. Obviously, there were no intention of me leaving. I just obviously had to just put a few things into place just to make sure that my family was secure and things like that. And I'm just really glad now that I'm staying here for the long term and playing under Tony. It's been really good this year and playing along the lads, and it's been really enjoyable. And I'm just so happy and delighted to have signed the contract.
And yeah, putting the contract on hold and signing later on, it seems like it's been a blessing in disguise, really, because during that end of period season, it seems like you're really enjoying your rugby. Is it a really great team to be a part of? And is it a great place to come to work every day?
It is, yeah. We had a really good, obviously, really good squad, where we really worked hard for each other and we really rubbed off with the fans as well, what were really good. It's been really enjoyable. The coaching staff behind the scenes, it were a terrific year in the sense that we were finished rock bottom last year, and we kind of went on a little journey, didn't we? Took it game by game. Some games worked brilliant, some games were great. And then we managed to pull something off special against Warrington and came up short against Catalan. But for the season as a whole, it was certainly progress, and it's certainly progress that I want to be part of in the future.
Yeah, I mean, going into a playoff run, it was just a really special time at the club, and hopefully we'll see more of that next year. And for yourself, for your rugby, do you feel like you've really turned the corner or kicked on? I mean, you've been influential in the middle, doing the hard yards and the hard work. Is that something that you really want to build on for next year and keep going?
Well, look, I certainly feel like I've made improvements. I certainly feel like I know that I need to make hell of a lot more improvement. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to obviously ripping into pre-season and hopefully going 80 minutes better and reaching a grand final for the club. Even with Wembley as well, the Challenge Cup, and just really competing even more against the top teams. That's what we strive for as professional athletes, and that's what I want to be doing all the same. And I can't wait now for these next 3-4 years to really rip in and showcase. And I know obviously it's going to take a lot of hard work, but I'm really tempted with desire to really achieve something with the club.
Yeah, signing a big 3-year extension on top of next year as well, so here till 2025. It's a big commitment from yourself, potentially putting in your best years, as they say, with forwards. It's usually the end of your career where you really reach that peak. Do you really think this club can win some silverware for the trophy case at Craven Park?
It can. It certainly can. I know I've used it already in this interview where we're definitely going to need more improvement and more hard work, and obviously with the new signings that we've brought in for next year. A couple that I know really well in Tom Garrett and Frankie Holton, really good. They're my age. I'm going to say young kids, but I don't think I'm young anymore. So, so I'm really looking forward to playing with players of that caliber who are really well battle hardened in the championship, and they'll say themselves that they need to prove something in Super League. So, as a whole, as a team, everybody's got something to prove, and I'm really looking forward to being part of that.
Yeah, not just in the Super League as well, but next year being a World Cup year. How much does it mean to you to pull on the Ireland jersey, especially alongside Frankie Holton being a new signing and Ethan Ryan at the club?
Oh, it's massive. Obviously, with my family being over in Ireland, I was hoping to get over there this year and play a couple of fixtures, but obviously it wasn't to be. And the politics that is in rugby league at the minute, just the World Cup obviously didn't happen. As you know, that I believe that it should have still gone ahead. But it's just one of them things where it hasn't happened. And hopefully with the organisers now, with an extra year, they can organise it to be even bigger and better. I can't wait to pull on that jersey. I obviously watched the England Knights in Jamaica, and I saw Mikey Lewis playing for the England Knights, and I was almost jealous in a sense that he managed to put on his own jersey's country shirt at the end of the year. And that's what I really wanted to do, with my Ireland team. And players like Ethan and Frankie, we do get the luxury of playing week in, week out rugby at KR, but there's a different element when you pull on your national team jersey.
Yeah, really special, especially going into, like I said, next year. You're going to have 10 caps for Ireland going into that World Cup, potentially another one if they play mid-season before the World Cup. And you've been in a lot of cup finals as well during your time at Warrington. Is that experience really important going into next year with the young guys coming around at the club at KR?
Yeah, definitely. Any experience that I can pass off is will always be beneficial to anybody. Vice versa, you know, I look to Ryan Hall, who's won cup games, Matty Parcell, obviously Lachlan Coote, what's coming in, he's won three on the trot. So, you know, lads like that you rub off, and even the players what even haven't managed to play in a cup final, or, you know, there's still got experience there where you can learn off everybody. Even the young kids coming through, you know, you can still learn off anyone, which is good really, because we've got the right balance as well. You know, got some good young kids coming up and pushing us senior lads, and senior lads pushing the young lads, and it's a really good mix.
Mm. And with it does seem like in the camp there's a really good atmosphere at the moment. And you talk about the ride of this season, of the 2021 season. What's been your favourite moment so far in the KR jersey?
Probably, if I can, I'll name two. First one will beating Huddersfield the first game at home, because it was my first win after about 400 days. It was that were a big relief, big monkey off the back that was. I lost a hell of a lot of games with Wakefield and a few with KR leading up to that. So that was a massive relief that I'll never forget. And then probably the beating Warrington as well, 19-0, massive underdogs. You know, we knew as a team, as a 17, that if we turned up with the right mental attitude and, you know, we really turned up and give a good showing, that we'll win that game. And with the players that we had missing, we still had that belief. And the whole week, it wasn't just about the day, but the whole week, the build-up, that was fantastic. So I'd probably put them two games as my highlight of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you talk about it there, about going without so many wins, and you can be in a low place as a team. But it seems this year, when the chips have been down or the Robins have been under the cosh, it's been a real ability to turn games around or hold on. Do you think that's becoming a real big part of this team and their identity?
Well, definitely, it's certainly stepping stones to be a successful side. It certainly is. You know, no team goes, very rare does a team go throughout the season where they don't have hiccups or they don't have adversity themselves. So we certainly need to be better as a team, you know, rather than just one season wonders. We've got to go again. And, you know, I call it a wonder. We haven't won anything, have we? So it's not even a wonder, really. You know, we've got to go again. We've got to be better. We've got to be stronger. Every team's going to be a lot better. We've got to be better. So we've just got to go for it.
Yeah, it does feel like everyone we talk about in the club, or talk to in the club, sorry, it seems that's the attitude as well. We want to be better, we want to keep going, and nothing's in the history books yet. Is that come down to Tony and what he drills into the players and help to build the culture at the club?
It does. It comes, obviously filters down through Tony, but then it also filters down through the coaches, the players, even the backroom staff. So like yourselves, like Neil, Paul. Everybody plays a role, and everybody's one team. You know, it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. Everybody's got a role to play to make this club a success. And, you know, I've said it already. I'm really excited now for these next 3-4 years, because we build now a foundation from last year to kick on and do really well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've been around teams that have won stuff in the past, successful clubs like your Warrington. Do you feel like it is something that's building over time as well? Is it something you can see similarities in where the club's going?
Yeah, definitely. I was lucky in a sense that when I was at Warrington, I was already joining in a team where they were already full of stars. They were already on that sort of journey. Where as I joined KR, you know, as much as it pains me to say, we were starting at. We started right at the bottom, almost feel like, even like with Paul coming in and, you know, bringing his new ideas and stuff like that. I always feel like we're starting from the start and we're doing it the right way. We're not buying us way. We're doing it through hard work, and it's, you know, it's really good in that sense. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I've signed 3-4 year deal, because I'm just really excited to start this journey.
Yeah. And lastly, I'll just go into a few bits and bobs just from season highlights as well, and talk about the Riding as a club. One of the highlights being that ball to Matty Staunton against Wigan. It just seemed to come out of nowhere, and it was a great read for Staunton to come through the line. It seems like through the year, you've probably been someone that's not had the praise for them passes and that confidence with the ball in hand. Is that something you want to build on in the future as well, enjoying the rugby?
Well, certainly. Well, one of the reasons, obviously, me signing such a good a long-term deal here is because obviously Tony ethos is, playing a good brand of rugby, and that's what I like to strive off, really. Obviously, it's never gonna. Sometimes it's not going to work out, and that's with like other players what are so flashy, like Ro Mills, Mikey. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to try something where it don't come off, and it might come against us where we might lose the 2 points because of it. But you've got to appreciate the good times. You've got to appreciate the bad times to appreciate the good times type thing. So I'm always in the element of that, practice it on the training field, but practice it in the game as well, because we've got to come up, and that's where we've got to be better.